So yeah, this electric lawnmower can actually raise and lower itself electronically depending on which height that you need for the grass that you are cutting. And so instead of having to reach down and pull a lever, you just basically turn this dial and then it will adjust itself. It's pretty cool. So this is the Lightly EasySurge electric lawnmower, and this thing has a runtime of up to 30 minutes with the 2 included batteries that it has, and also does have the ability to self-propel itself. So if you do need a little bit of extra help, maybe you're going up a hill or something, you can actually enable this and then it will kick in the motor just a little bit more and give you some extra help when you want it. And the cutting width of this is coming in at 18.5 inches. So you can see this blade down here, and this is a pretty decent size. It's not the biggest that you can get in any type of push lawnmower, but it's a decent size for me to be able to get good coverage in each pass as I go in my yard. And the motor of this thing can spin at a maximum of 4,100 RPM, and the actual range for the RPM is between 3,500 and 4,100 RPM. But most of the clips of me using this EasySurge is at the farm, so I'm not just in my regular backyard or front yard where the grass is a little bit easier. So I was pretty impressed with it. So I would guess around like 90% of the time I was able just to push it through and it performed well. And then the other 10% of the time when I was hitting some rougher patches of grass where either it would slow down or actually stop, I found myself just hitting that EasySurge button on the control panel, and this will ramp up that motor inside of this and give it the maximum power that it needs to be able to cut through thicker patches of grass. And I found myself actually starting to just predict when I would need to hit that button before I reached that part of the yard that needed a little bit extra power, so I wouldn't have to stop and then do it. So that was a little bit of a learning curve, but it's really good to have that extra power when you need it. But to help conserve battery life, after you do get through that rough part, just go ahead and turn that off, because that will ramp down that motor and then again just extend your battery life. And so let's talk a little bit more about the battery life. So again, you get 2 4-amp-hour batteries with this, and I like the way the batteries look. They actually look different from the different battery packs that Lightly has been selling in the past. I really like this nice cool lighting animation on it as well. And so with these 2 batteries, they say you should be able to cut up to around 1/6 of an acre or be able to run up to 30 minutes. And so again, running up to 30 minutes means that that's like perfect conditions. But most of the time when I've been using this, I find myself averaging around like 23 minutes or so, which isn't bad for the type of grass I was cutting most of the time. But yeah, don't always expect to get the maximum range out of this. But when it does come time to charge the batteries, included in the box with this mower, you do get this dual charger, so you can charge both of them up at the same time. But yeah, depending on how big your yard is, you might either find yourself having to recharge just the 2 batteries that comes with this, or you can always buy extra batteries. And also, if you are using other Lightly products, like I have their chainsaw, I have another lawnmower from them, I also have a leaf blower and other things. This lawnmower and most of their latest products use the same types of battery packs, so you can use those existing battery packs that you might already have with other products coming from them and then put them in the lawnmower. And speaking of putting them in the lawnmower, basically you just lift this lid up at the top, and then now you have the first 2 compartments closer to the front of the lawnmower that actually will be having the batteries providing charge to the lawnmower, and then the other 2 spots in the back actually are just basically storage for 2 other batteries. So when the front 2 batteries do die, you go ahead and hit these buttons, pop them up, and then just swap them for the fresher 2 batteries in the storage compartments, and then you just continue to mow. All right, so you've been seeing this lawnmower in this video, and you can see that it does look really cool. So let's talk a little bit more about the design of it. So it is very sleek looking. This is the most futuristic lawnmower that I've ever used. I like the blue. I just like everything just with how all the lines flow in it. It's very curvy and just very sexy lawnmower. But even for this pretty package, it really doesn't weigh that much. So it comes in around 41 pounds, which isn't bad for a lawnmower. And sometimes something that weighs this light can feel cheap, but I really didn't feel like it was going to break easily. Now, I wasn't babying it, but also I wasn't like trying to drop test it and break it. But from my impressions as a normal user, I felt like the durability was pretty good. Now, when you are trying to store the lawnmower because you're done using it, or you're trying to put it in the trunk of your car, you can actually fold down the stem, and then now you can fold that on top of the lawnmower, but there's nowhere for it to really actually lock in. So I wish there was maybe like a little hook or something so you can make sure that stem is not going to be flopping around anywhere. And one other negative with the design of this lawnmower is the fact that it doesn't have any dedicated grab points. So it doesn't have like a handle or anything on the front or the side or anything. So basically when you go to pick this thing up, you basically just got to pick it up on the sides or the front and back, and just wherever your hands feel comfortable, pick it up and then move it around. So this worked out for me, but I would like to see just some dedicated grab points. But besides those couple of things, everything else with the design I really liked. I like the wheels. The wheels actually flowed and moved very well on the terrain that I was using it on. And also on the front, you basically have like this little kind of grill or something where basically the blades of grass are maybe just separated just a little bit. And I felt like this really just just made the mowing just a little bit smoother again when you are going through some tougher spots. Oh, and I do like the steering like controls that you do have with this. So of course this doesn't like rotate all the way around like a regular steering wheel, but I just love the grab points for it when you are moving this thing around. And also this is called their Surge panel. So basically all of the controls for this lawnmower are basically up front and center. As far as operating this thing, you have the power button. Just press that for a couple of seconds. It turns on. And now again, I can adjust the level here from 5 all the way down to 1. And it goes down just like that. And this is good for this type of stuff where sometimes I can be at level 4, but then sometimes I need to go up to level 5. Just quickly being able to change this is so nice. And so this will allow you to raise and lower it between 1 and 3 inches. And also you have your EasySurge button right here. So if you are getting through some really thick stuff, just press that. And now the EasySurge icon will light up right there. And also this is for your speed if you do want to use the kind of power assist for this. So 1.3 is the lowest, but you can go all the way up to 2.9 miles per hour. Now, honestly, I really don't find myself using this feature that much because of how lightweight this mower is. And I don't have too many steep hills out here. I have a couple, but even so, I want to save battery with this. But by no means am I saying that this is not a useful feature. You might have something that may be limiting you physically to be able to get up inclines and stuff like that. Then you can definitely utilize this feature. But I definitely recommend getting some extra batteries because that will be drawing more power for the batteries because it is assisting you. Now, to start mowing, you need to press down on this button and also simultaneously one of these paddles you need to pull up. And then now I'm going to try here with 2 hands. I'm gonna press down on the button and then also the paddle, and then now you can release the button and now you can go ahead and start mowing. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention this. So the stem does have a couple of different angles that you can rotate between to give you that really nice angle that you like when you are mowing this thing. But when it comes to the overall length of the stem, you are limited to just one length. So you can actually extend this out, and then it does have a little cutout or a little hole where you actually latch it down to keep it in place. But I do wish that they did add a couple of different holes in here where you can actually latch it down on, just to give you some options when it comes to the overall length of the stem. Now let's get back to the actual mowing for a little bit. So you do have 2 different mowing modes. So you can use either the mulching mode, which will basically cut up the grass into little fine bits and pieces and then just distribute that back into the lawn to really help with kind of growing your grass and stuff. Or you can use the included in the box grass bag catcher. And so when you do want to use this, you basically just snap it onto the back of the lawnmower. And the capacity of the bag does come in at 13.2 gallons. And so yeah, I think that's all of the major stuff that I wanted to talk about with this EasySurge lawnmower. But for me, the theme of this thing is the fact that it does have a lot of features and bells and whistles, but I didn't find myself always having to use them, but it's nice having them available for when I did need to use them. And I like the fact that it is super quiet, so it's going to be quieter than most gas lawnmowers. So if you are trying to use this early in the morning, your neighbors will appreciate it. But also it is super lightweight, so it's easy to move around when you are cutting grass or also just moving it around for storage. And so all of those things are good, but again, a couple of things I do want to see improved in the future. One, a couple of more different adjustment levels for the stem itself, some grab points for when you are picking this thing up and moving it around. And then lastly, you can never have enough runtime with this. So again, the 2 included batteries do give you up to 30 minutes, but I would like to see that extended. But it is good that on their website, at least right now at the time of this video, if you do go and buy this, you do get 2 additional batteries with that for a total of 4. Now, those 2 additional batteries will be a little bit lower capacity than the stock 2, but any additional battery is always going to be nice. Now, as far as price, the normal price for this is $389, but for right now, it is on sale for $289, so you're saving $100. But I'll leave a link down below in the description of this video that will take you to the product page. So basically you can always get the latest pricing depending on when you are watching this video and if the sale is still going on or not. But yeah, that's all I got for you for this EasySurge lawnmower. Make sure you drop a comment down below and let me know what you think about this thing yourself. And like always, I do want to thank you for watching this video, and I will catch you later. Peace.